Homer and the gang were out bowling, and he brought along his new buddy and neighbor Dan. But just as Dan was about to roll, he got a phone call and had to leave to attend a mafia meeting. Turns out Fat Tony was going out of town for jury duty and needed someone to run things while he was away. To everyone's surprise, he chose Dan, the accountant, because the mob's finances were in terrible shape. Dan tried to lighten the mood, but it didn't work. All he could do was say that if he died, his daughter would be heartbroken. That somehow bought him some mercy. He started trying to balance the books and went over the numbers with the crew, but a lot of it couldn't be fixed. His approach was met with laughter and pushback, so Dan pitched a different idea, which immediately got him attacked. Frustrated, he went to Moe's tavern, but no one welcomed him there either. Moe told him violence was the only thing mob guys understood. Dan had an epiphany on the spot. He decided to start solving problems the old-fashioned way. Sure enough, the violence worked. The mobsters were intimidated and finally started taking his ideas seriously. Dan reported his success back to Fat Tony, but Fat Tony wasn't impressed. He told Dan to start taking out the useless members of the crew. Dan had no choice but to go along with it. Desperate, he went to Homer for help, asking him to stop him from becoming a killer. After enough begging, Homer agreed to help. Thing is, Dan was getting scary. The cops saw what was happening and chose to look the other way. Eventually, Homer tied Dan up in the basement to stop him, but then a swarm of grasshoppers surrounded Dan, and it wasn't looking good. The next day, Homer rescued Dan from the insect ambush. Dan pulled a gun on him and ran. He started going after the mob members one by one, but Homer kept getting in his way and stopping him every time. Finally, Homer managed to get the gun from Dan, but in the struggle, the gun went off, and the bullet traveled 500 miles, hitting another criminal somewhere else. In the end, Dan quit the mob for good, and now, fully obsessed with guns, he became a professional ear piercer.